Yo, what's going on people? Andre here, back at it again with another sick video. Today for you lot, I've got how you can start your social media marketing agency in under 5 minutes and there's no bullshit. Let's go. So step one, you need to buy a laptop. You need to buy a laptop, whether it's a Mac, I don't know, a Windows. If it works, it loads, the webcam doesn't look like you're in like, I don't know, like 9000 BC. That's absolutely fine. I actually sold my PlayStation 4 to buy like some cheap ass laptop. I sold my PlayStation for like 200. I bought my laptop for like 140, 150, and then I bought a pipe drive, which was like £30. And I was literally, that's all I needed to start my agency. Stop using your iPhone, stop using your like iPad thingy with your keyboards. Just stop using it. Go and buy yourself an actual laptop because I promise you will be so much more productive. So step two, you actually need to have a mobile phone. It doesn't need to be an iPhone. As long as it isn't like a brick phone, you're not trying to sell weed or whatever it is for your Nokia. It needs to be a decent phone, right? Because you're gonna need to be using that to cold call people. Now, if you're looking at me like, oh, I'm not gonna be cold calling, no, you're an idiot. Like, I promise you, if you wanna get a client within the first 30 days, you'll pick up the phone and start calling every single lead you can find. And I promise you, you will get your first client within the first 30 days. I did. Step three, I need you lot to go get a CRM system. Whether you go get HubSpot, Pipedrive, High Level, there's so many more, but just don't use a spreadsheet because you're gonna need to keep track of who you spoke to, when you spoke to them, and when you need to phone back and speak to that person again. And you need to remember the conversation. And instead of you trying to remember 100 different times because you spoke to 100 different people, I promise you, if you just use Pipedrive, it's like $30 a month. It literally pops you up a reminder when to call back Stacey and what you spoke to Stacey about, and has all their details, everything you need in order to have a conversation with them, all in one like thingy-majiggy. So just stop using a spreadsheet. My advice is go get Pipedrive. It's $30 a month. I don't have any affiliate links. If you want to go get it, get it. But guys, I promise you it would do the world of justice, so go get Pipedrive. Step four, I need you lot to go get leads. As many leads as humanly, physically possible. My top two places to get leads are LinkedIn and Google. Like, if you're just starting out, you don't need to go be spending loads of money on like Fiverr to go get some leads that they've got for all these different types of people. When you're first starting out, if you actually spend the time yourself getting your own leads, when you're reaching out to these people, you're gonna want it so much more because you've actually spent time and energy like finding that person, researching them, getting all that information, and now you're in front of that person. It's gonna be so much more like passionate the way you talk. So just make sure you've got a fuck ton of leads. If you wanna start your agency today, start it in 2 days. Give yourself 2 days to go get 1,000 leads. And people are gonna be like, oh my God, 1,000 leads is gonna take me like, it takes me 8 hours to get 100 leads. Fuck off. Like, spend your time wisely, learn a skill set, i.e. lead sourcing, and then go apply it, right? Learn lead sourcing, get your leads, learn sales, reach out to the leads. Bang. Step five, now this is a little bit juicy for you lot, okay? So you need to go back to YouTube, or don't click off this video yet, wait till the video's over and I'll tell you what to do. But guys, you need to put yourself in your ideal client's shoes. So I've said this before in other videos, you need to understand what it's like to have a day in the life of their shoes. When they wake up, what's the first thing they think about? When they go into the business, what do they do? And say if you're working with, I don't know, car dealerships, you can literally go on YouTube and type in how to start a car dealership. And if you can work out how to start a car dealership, that means you can work out how to scale it. And when you actually put yourself in front of a business owner, you now know exactly like roughly the steps they took in order to start their business. So you know where they're spending the most amount of time and energy, and you can really understand like if you were to come on board, like where could you save them the most time, which is gonna make them the most money. So you just need to put yourself in your shoes. And again, if you don't know how to do that, go to Google, type in how do I start if you're working with car dealerships, if you're working with, I don't know, like roofing companies, how do I start a roofing company? Go down on Google, look for coaches, right? The world we live in nowadays, there's coaches for everything. So if you can find a coach who teaches people how to start a car dealership, just like book a call with a coach. I'm not saying go waste their time, but I'm just saying booking a call, find out like what you would need help with if you were gonna start. Go learn that and then take it to a business owner, and then you'll be able to save them a fuckload of time. So number 6, this is probably gonna piss a lot of people off, but I don't care, I can say how it is. Don't get a website. Like, it pisses me off so much. I have a lot of people come to me and ask me, oh, why don't I get a website? If I have a website and a business owner, I have more credibility because I've got a website. How stupid can you be? So let's just break this down. I might ramble on a bit here, but say you have no clients, no results, no testimonials, no previous experience, but you have a website. You go to a business owner and they're like, oh, I'm not really unsure, I'm not sure if I trust you. And you're like, oh, but I've got a website. And they're like, okay, send that over, let me have a look at your website. Hi, my name's Andre, I have a marketing agency. That's the website. What are you gonna put on there, man? Like, you're honestly wasting time going to get a website. But unless you're selling website services, then okay, fair enough, you're probably gonna need a website. But if you're selling social media, Facebook ads, TikTok, Instagram, you just need to go have them platforms, because the world we live in nowadays, you don't need a fucking website. I got to 100K without a website, without a logo, without even a domain. I bought a domain, but I never once used it. Like, you don't need any of this shit. So go get a Facebook, an Instagram, a TikTok, and a YouTube, and start using that as quote unquote your website, because you're gonna get so much more value. You don't have to spend money on like marketing and stuff. And if you were to get a website and you were to make it look so great, if you're not spending tens of thousands of pounds to get it to the top page of Google, there's no point having it. Whereas if you go on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and you make a post, the more times you post, the more engagement you get. The more engagement you get, the larger your following goes up, and you can literally market yourself for free. You don't need a website. So step 7 is now the bit of the tricky part, right? We need to go then build out an outreach script. So how do we build an outreach script? Well, we need to look online to find out what roughly people are using. And so many people that start an agency without investing into help first, like I did. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're gonna trip yourself up, right? When I was first reaching out, I was saying things like, hey, I saw this mistake and that mistake on your website, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And the response I would get back is like, go get fucked, like, I know. So yeah, anyway, back to how we're gonna make a script. So you need to make an email script, you need to make a message script, and you need to make a cold calling script, because these are your 3 types of outreaches, right? Messages, anything from like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Emails, email, and cold calls, cold call, right? But all of the scripts are gonna differ. They're gonna have the same sort of 4 to 5 pillars in order to book the meeting, but they're gonna be different, because on the phone you can quickly say something in 2 minutes. But if I was to say that same sentence and type it out on an email, the email would look like very like bulky, right? So we just need to be smart. And my advice is what I teach all my students is, it's a little bit different with me and my students, because when you work with me, I sit down with you one-to-one and I build the entire script out for you. I check in with you each and every single day. I go through all your messages. I even type messages out for you to then go and send. And then you keep coming back to me every day, more feedback, more data, more like results. And then by the end of the week, I would have had a fully crafted script that is literally like bang to the T. And now it's just a case of rinsing and repeating straight through it. So yeah, get yourself a script, go and battle test it, check up on it every day. Work out like what you said, how you said it, the responses, like what they said to what, etc, etc, and then go and craft that. And by the end of like the week, literally 7 days, you'll have the perfect script. And if you honestly don't know how to do that, link in my bio. So now we're on number 8. This is really simple. You just need a calendar to book people into. If you say, yeah, I'm gonna meet you at Tuesday at 2:30, you don't get no text, no email, no nothing, and you expect for them to turn up at that time, it's not gonna happen, right? So with me, when I first started out, I used Calendly and I used like Google Calendar. Google Calendar is pretty much free. If you book someone in for a time on your calendar, it sends them an email saying like the new meeting at this time, and you can also set reminders as well, so they're gonna get reminders. They don't get text messages though, that's where Calendly comes in. If you're just starting out and you're really on a budget, then just use Google. You can use Calendly for free, but it basically does the same thing as Google, so it's up to you what you want to use. Me personally, I'll go straight for Calendly and just spend the $30 so they get like the reminders, the text messages, the emails. You can like collaborate with other stuff, right? I don't want to go too much into it. Or if you just use Google Calendar, just make sure that you get the reminder when to follow that person, and just give them a text from your phone and just say, hey Andre here, just making sure you can still turn up at this day and this time. So people, number 9, we're slowly getting there now. You need to learn sales about social media marketing, all right? You can buy like the straight line system, and yes, it's gonna help you with sales, but I promise you, sales with SMA is so much more different to like direct sales when knocking door to door. I've done door-to-door sales, telecom, SMA, I've done like cold calling for different companies. I even worked for a couple of marketing agencies doing their outreach for them, and I learned a lot. And what I learned the most was, with SMA, it's more of a problem-solving conversation rather than a sale. Because with sales, it's all about going through the script and saying something that you know they're going to give you a no to, so then you can fight back with the objection. And when I learned sales on door to door, I was pushing that person into saying what I wanted them to say. Just hear me out, right? I was pushing them into certain no's. I wanted them to give me certain no's with certain things, because I already had the answer to that. So if they said, for instance, I'm already working with a different charity, I would already know exactly, as soon as they've said that word, what I can say with to get them to then go and get their credit card and sign up with the charity that we're obviously there for, right? But with SMA, it's not like that, man. Like SMA, you can be so chilled, so laid back. Like when I'm doing sales calls for a marketing agency and it's hot, I'll be sitting there in my shorts, my wife beater vest. Sometimes I even have my vape. I'm not saying you should vape on your calls or anything like that, but it's just me, right? And I'm so laid back, chilling on my chair, just having a normal conversation. And I've closed people for 5, 10, 20K. And I'm just wearing a white beater vest and just talking so chilled, because I understand this is their problem. This is like their desired situation. And what I'm doing is just bridging the gap. But as well as bridging the gap, I'm just making a friend. I'm not going in there trying to make a sale. I'm actually going in there making a friend. And a lot of things I teach my students is, I don't want you to go and get like 10 meetings. I just want you to go get 10 friends. Now, I'll make another YouTube video about this, but yeah, if you're interested in knowing how to do that, link below. So yeah, people, number 10, really, really simple. We just need like a payment processor, Stripe. You can use PayPal depending on like what region or country you're from. But if you have an opportunity not to use PayPal, like don't use it. You just need to use Stripe. I personally use PandaDoc. And then connect it with Stripe. So as soon as I say, yeah, I'm like, I would love to do this, I'm ready to go, instead of being, oh fuck, now I need to send them a contract and invoice. One, already have the contract already drawn out, word from word, T to the T. So when they say yes, all I gotta do is just press send contract. Like literally, if they say yes, I press send, it's in their email. And then with Stripe, you can use it with PandaDoc, and as soon as they sign the contract, they get them redirected to the invoice, they pay the invoice, or vice versa. You can get them to do the payment first, then the contract. Whatever you wanna do it, however you wanna do it. Personally, the way I do it, if you're first starting out, get the payment first, so then when they're reading through the contract, they can't like neg themselves out. So they've already paid, then they've just gotta like quickly run through the contract and sign the bottom of it. But when you're at the stage I'm at now, like I'm very careful for who I sign up, and I can be very picky with my clients, and I don't take on anyone. There's very like big requirements I actually look for when working with clients in my agency, my marketing agency. And yeah, just make sure you have a payment ready to go, because as soon as someone says yes and you don't send a payment right away, you try, yeah, I'll send you a payment tonight, like the excitement goes, right, and as soon as you're off that phone call, they now start talking, oh, should I do this? Why should I do this? Oh, and they start thinking all this negative shit, right? So just make sure you get a payment there and then on the call. As soon as they say yes, get the payment, and then worry about the other shit after. And then yeah, people, last but not least, now you just need to learn the service. Well done if you got this far. You've got all the way to the end, you know exactly who you're helping, what you're helping them about, you've actually signed a client. Now you need to learn the service. You have a rough understanding of what you're talking about, but as soon as the client pays, that's when you really knuckle down and learn the services. Then don't learn the Facebook ads before learning how to source leads or how to set appointments. Learn Facebook ads or whatever service it is once you've actually got a paying client, the money's in your bank, and now it's time to deliver a service. That's when you need to learn the service. So yeah, people, I hope that's helped. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, let me know. Make sure you drop me a like, a comment. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. As soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm flying one of you lot out to wherever I am in the world. And bro, let's go just go enjoy life, man. I'd love to be in Bali next year. So if I hit 1,000 subs before next year, I'm taking one of you lot with me. Get me, get.